This conference will now be recorded.
Working on calendar components today. Well, look at here. We have some calendar component here. You know, in the most of the real-time application, the calendars will appear like this. Now we have to write a program which selects the given date. Whatever the data input in my code, that date to be selected by your Selenium script. Right. At first here, I'm giving that application URL, cleartrip.com. First, what I will do, temporarily I comment this code. Here I'm declaring some variable, DOJ, date of journey or date of fly, whatever, equal to some date I'm giving here. Let me give some date, some sample date, whatever it may be. So I'm giving May, okay, some 12 May 2021. Now, 12th May 2021, maybe after writing the logic, we change the date and check our logic. In the variable date of journey, we have date value, month value, and also year value. But here, month is a separate component. Month is a separate element. May. Year separate element. Date also separate element. Correct? Date also a separate element. So now what I will do, this date of journey, I will split. There is a method for the string split function. It returns an array of type string. I want to split the date based on the given special character, say /. It returns an array of type string. So my array name is temp here. You answer me how many values you get after splitting this string. This string we are splitting based on the /. How many values we get after splitting? The date of journey we are splitting based on the special character /. After splitting, how many values we receive? Yes, correct. 3 values. So temp is an array of type string. Will have 3 values. So temp of 0 will have the first value, which is a date component. This I'm keeping in some variable date, dt. I'm declaring another variable month, temp of 1. The another variable year, temp of 2. Now, let me print date value separately. We have now month separately, year separately. Let me run this code. Okay. From single string, we separated date value, month value, and year value. Got it? So this is the output. Date separately, month separately, year separately available now. Well, then, just for your understanding, only I printed these values, I removed. Now, your code invoke the Firefox browser, then ClearTrip application. After launching ClearTrip application, I want to make Selenium to click here in this element. We are spying the properties of this element. Here there is an ID property. We are copying the ID property. Now, driver dot find element by its ID dot click. Let me run the code till this point. Done. So now your code invoke the calendar. It is showing the current month, May 2020. But what is our requirement? Whatever the date we have given here, that date to be selected. From here, we have to concentrate on the logic. You guess the logic? I'll teach you. You guess the logic in between. What kind of logic we have to create here? We have the code as of now till invoking the calendar. After invoking the calendar, what next? Yes, what next after invoking the calendar? Yes. So my logic here, first I check what is the year you want to select. You answer me. If you start answering my questions, we'll get the logic here. In the year we have, 2021. But what is the current year available in the calendar? 2020. So what we have to do then? We have to click the next button. 2020, no. Next button. 2020, no. Next button. Next. Next. Now the year is 2021. Then we have to compare the month. Here it is January. In our code, we have May. So we have to click the next button till you get the May, correct? Then we need to create some logic to select the given date from the table. Let us create that logic. So what I will do first, after invoking the calendar component, I will do it manually now. Now we have the code till invoking the calendar. After invoking the calendar, I'll read this value into some variable. I'll read the year value into some variable, this value. Okay, how to read this value? At first, I make Selenium to find this element. Based on the class property, I'm copying it. Then driver dot, find the element by its class name. Then get the text of it. Get text. So we'll make Selenium to identify the element, then get the text property of the element. This I will take into some variable, calendar year. Here I declared a variable calendar year. We are making Selenium to identify this element based on the class property, then get the text of the element, 2020. This 2020 we took into the variable calendar year. Let me print the calendar year value. Yes. So the calendar year value is 2020. Now your code, we are able to read this value through the Selenium script 2020. But the year you want to pick is 2021, correct? So what I will do, after reading the calendar year, I'll create a while loop with a condition. While loop with a condition. While this calendar year, I'm comparing the year I want to select. In the variable year, we have this 2021, correct? Year. If these two are not same, I use not equal to operator here, not operator. The calendar year 2020, I'm comparing with 2021. If both are not same, what we have to do? If not same, what we have to do? Yes? You answer me. If these two values are not matched, what we have to do? I'm waiting for your answer. Click the next button. Very good. So we have to make Selenium to click the next element, this element. So I'm spying the properties of the next button, this one. Here there is a class property available. I'm copying the class property of the element. Driver dot find the element by class name. Okay, white space copied. I remove the white space here. Okay. Then click the next button. Dot click. If the value are not same, we are making Selenium to click the next button. After clicking the next button, it went to June 2020. Again, I have to read this value because if it is 2021, sorry. If the calendar moved to 2021, we should not click the next button. After clicking the next button, this calendar year equal to whatever the year available as of now. I'm updating the calendar year variable with the current value. I'm updating calendar year variable with the current value. What is the current value again? 2020. The loop will go back and check the condition again. You know, while loop will continue until the condition false. 2020 compared with 2021. False. Not false, true. Again, this code will be executed. It will click one more time next button. After clicking the next button, calendar year will be updated with again 2020. So it goes on till you receive 2021 here. So here, let me run my logic here. I'm running the code now. So now my code will invoke the create application, invoke the calendar component, move the calendar up to 2021. Our script will move the calendar up to the year 2021 because in our sample data we have the year 2021. Here the while loop, click next button, next button, next button, next button. If the calendar year reaches 2021, loop will exit. Check. And see here, after invoking the calendar, your script clicking next button, next button, next button, your script moving the calendar. Once you receive 2021, the loop will exit. That's it. Now the loop was exit. Done. So finally here we made the code to move the calendar up to the required year 2021. This one, right? 2021. Similar kind of logic we have to create to move the calendar up to the required month, which is in the sample data we have given May. So what I will do now here, a similar kind of logic. Here I'm declaring a variable to store the month value, like calendar year. I'm declaring a variable calendar month equal to, we have to make Selenium to identify the month element this one, month element. There's a class property here. I'm copying the class property by the class name dot click. Oh, sorry, not click. We have to read the text, right? Get text. Then similar kind of condition we have to create. I'm creating a while loop here. While calendar month equals ignore case month. Here, month is a variable that contains May. The calendar month we are reading. What is the calendar month here? January. Comparing with May. If both are not same, we have to click the next button. Already here I have the code to click the next button. I'm copying it. I'm putting here. Click the next button. So after clicking the next button, the calendar month variable should be updated with this February. So the calendar month equal to this one. We are reading the value and I'm updating the value. So it will compare again, not match, click next button, next button, next button. So let me run this code. So as of now, your code will move the calendar up to the required year and month. So what is the year you have given here? 2021, May. Check. Your code invoke the creative application. Click on departure date, and your loops are running now. As per our code, your code should move the calendar up to the required year and month, May 2021. See, it's moving, month also. Yes, done. Finally, your code move the calendar up to the required year and month, May 2021. Now you need to concentrate on the logic to select the required date, whatever the date available. Finally, it is a table here. You do observe, dates are displayed in the form of a table. Finally, it is a table here. This table has first row, first TR element, this one. Remaining TR elements. Now, we have to write the logic to select the given date from this table. Right. Please do confirm till this point. Understood, everybody? Here, as of now, we have created some logic to move the calendar up to the required year and month. Now we have to create some logic to select the date from the table. Right, good. Now, so what I will do, like yesterday, first we'll make Selenium to identify the table first. Because inside the table we have TRs, inside the TRs we have TD elements. The TD elements are nothing but the dates. The TD elements are nothing but the dates. At first, I'll make Selenium to identify the table based on the class property. I'm copying the class property. I'm declaring a variable of type web element, calendar. So the calendar equal to find the element by its class name. I'm giving the class name here. Then the calendar is a table here, right? Find elements by the tag name TR. All TR elements will do one thing. I create two Java lists here. Rows and columns. Here rows equal to all the TR elements of the table are stored into a Java list called rows, similar to yesterday logic. Then I'm constructing a for loop in I equal to 1 because 0th row I am skipping. 0th row I do not want it because 0th row contain the headings Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm skipping the first row. I less than rows dot size I plus plus. Then the columns equal to rows dot get of I dot find elements by the tag name TD. All TD elements of the first row in the first iteration, all TD elements of the row we are taking into a Java list called columns. Then columns dot one moment. There are multiple columns here. The yesterday program I have captured only the data present in the first two columns, employee number and employee name. But here I want to capture the data present in all columns one by one, where there is a I have to compare with the date, which is 12. Wherever the match is occurred on that particular TD element, we have to perform a click operation, correct? So what we have to do here? You answer me what we have to do inside. We have created a loop, I loop, to repeat the rows, first row, second row, third row, fourth row. In each row, we have multiple columns available. So here, I'll construct one more loop. Correct, Raj. Correct, admin. Correct. Int j equal to 0. From the 0th row, I want to start. Sorry, 0th column, I want to start. J less than columns dot size j plus plus. Then columns dot get of j dot get text. The text property I'm reading into some variable calendar date. Calendar date it is, correct? Okay. Just for your understanding, I'm printing the calendar dates. All calendar dates. Let's see. To repeat the rows, we have the first for loop, I loop. To repeat the columns within a row, we have a inner for loop created j loop. Finally, as of now, your code is moving the calendar up to the required year and month, then reading the data present in the table from all the columns of the rows. First, your code moving the calendar. Yes, it is moving the calendar. Then reading the data and printing. See all the dates it is printing. Finally, your code able to read all the dates available in the table. Okay. Now, what next? So here what I do, I put a condition. The calendar date I'll compare with the date I want to select. The calendar date I'm comparing with the date I want to select, 12th. Previously, there is no condition here. All dates I'm printing. But actually, our requirement is not printing all the dates, the appropriate date to be selected. The calendar date I'm comparing with the date I want to select. Wherever the match was occurred, if a match occurred, perform the click operation there. Then break the loop. Right. So this is a code to select the required date from the calendar. Redbus or SpiceJet or MakeMyTrip.com or any other application, you can work out the same logic. Any calendar you take, dates will be displayed in the form of rows and columns. So this logic will work out for any other calendars. So invoke the calendar, your code moving the calendar now up to the required month. Then it should select 12th. You please observe your code selected 12th May 2021. Your Selenium script was selected the date from the given calendar 12th May 2021. I hope you understood the logic. Now, let me give some other sample date. Some other date I'll give. Some date, whatever available. Okay. I'll give 22nd April 22 or any other date. maybe 15th April 2022. No, only to test our logic, I'm giving some other date, 15th April 2022. Let us run this code. See here, 15th April 2022. 15th April 2022 selected. So this is the logic to select the date from any calendar component. I hope everybody understood. Still, if you want to improve the logic, extend the logic, we can do that. See, what I will do. See, after selecting the date 12th, what happened? 15th or what happened? Your code will go for unnecessary iteration. Did you create a break here? Okay. This break is inside the inner for loop. Inner for loop will break, but not the outer for loop. What for inner for loop is created to repeat on the columns. Columns loop will break, but rows loop will continue. So what I do, this code is enough, but still it will go for extra 2-3 iterations. Here I'm declaring some Boolean variable, some variable, whatever it may be, false, flag. After selecting the date, I'm making flag value to true. Then before continuing the next row, I'll check the flag value. If flag value is true, just I'm giving break. So what happened? Next row, it will not go. No, it is some extra logic, say optimized logic. After selecting the date, it won't go for extra iterations now, both rows and columns. I hope you understood why I have created this condition. Please do confirm. Did you understand why I created this condition? Break, if I put break, after selecting the date, remaining columns and remaining rows will not be continued. Got it? So finally, this program help you to pick a date from any calendar component. Any calendar, the same logic will go. I'm putting this code in a notepad. Right. If you can change the sample date, so whatever the date you have given here, the date gets selected. So this is about working calendar components. Please do confirm everybody understood. Only it is a programming logic. Good, good. So majorly, what is the logic we have applied here? After invoking the calendar, we move the calendar up to the required year and month. We have created a loop to move the calendar up to the required year. We created another while loop to move the calendar up to the required month. Then we have created some logic here to select the date from the table. The table is nothing but the calendar here. Got it? Then now let me explain the another topic. Automating keyboard and mouse operations. It's a simple topic. How to automate keyboard and mouse operation with Selenium code. First of all, let me explain the scenario that what is that automating mouse or keyboard? You know, keyboard operations are simple send keys only, nothing more than this. Here, coming to the send keys, there is a enum called keys. Keys. It will show you all the keyboard functions. You please observe here. Plus button, alt button in the keyboard. Whatever the functional keys available in your keyboard, left arrow, right arrow, up arrow, down arrow, backspace, escape, enter, delete, end key, enter key equals escape, all functional keys. So if you want to perform any keyboard action, you can make use of it. So majorly here our focus is automating mouse actions, mouse operations. Here let's see. Sorry. Yeah. In the Selenium, in Selenium packages, there is a package called interactions, user interactions. Selenium org.openqa.selenium.interactions somewhere here, this one, interactions. In this Selenium.interactions package, you please observe there is a class name called actions. There is a class name called actions. In this class actions, we have some methods. You please observe here, double click, context click. What do you mean by context click? Right click. You know, right click is nothing but the context click, right? Drag and drop. All these functions used to automate mouse actions and keyboard actions. Key down, key up, in fact, send keys. Finally, to perform keyboard and mouse operations, there is a ready-made class available in the Selenium WebDriver that is actions. Actions is a class name. Right. Now, let me show you when we use it. I'm taking a website, Snapcation. In this Snapdeal application, when I move the mouse over the element, I'm moving the mouse over the element here. Say electronics. It is showing all electronics related options. computers and gaming. It is showing computers and gaming related links. When I go to home and kitchen, it is showing home and kitchen appliances related links. So when I move the mouse over the element, then only some links are appearing here, correct? When I move the mouse over the element, then only some options or some features or some links are appearing. If it is manual testing, I move the mouse over the element, then I click a link. How to automate this scenario? We have to make the Selenium to move the mouse over the element, say mobiles and tablets, or say electronics, whatever. If it is manual testing, we move the mouse. Here we are learning today how to make Selenium code to move the mouse over the specified element. Okay? Right. Not only just mouse movement, we learn drag and drop and other operations also. Here, snapdeal.com. After invoking the Snapdeal application, I want to make Selenium to move the mouse over the element electronics. For example, electronics. It's a mouse action, right? Just now I have shown you in the Selenium WebDriver, there is a class called actions. In the Selenium interactions package, there is a class called actions. I'm creating an object for the actions class. Here my object name is act equal to new actions WebDriver. WebDriver is a constructor here, meaning the page where the Selenium focus available, there I want to perform some mouse action driver. WebDriver object is a constructor here. Then I can make use of all the methods. So what is the action you want to perform? Move to element. There are many elements available. Move to element require an input argument, target element, web element as an input argument. Move to element. Which element? Driver dot find element by move to, for example, electronics. I want to make the Selenium to move the mouse over the element electronics and spy the properties of the electronics. Because move to element requires a web element as an input argument. This one, electronics, this one. Okay. Here we have only class property category text, cat text. Cat text is a generic name. I believe other one also. Let us see for all of us. Oh, this class property also cat text. What about mobiles and tablets? Oh, this is also cat text. So I don't recommend now go with the class property because many other element also have same class property cat text. Then what to do? There are no other properties here. So what I can do, I'm copying the XPath of this element. I hope you remember. I'm copying the XPath of the element. Oh, lengthy XPath. As it is a lengthy XPath, I'm trying to shorten the XPath. After shortening the XPath, to make sure whether it is enough to identify that element or not. How? Using try XPath. Okay, I don't have an add-on try XPath. Let me check. Try XPath. Okay, we'll do one thing. I will install the try XPath. Done. I'm giving that partial export. Execute. Yes, so please observe it is able to identify the electronics. So this partial export I'll use in my code. By the export. So here, at first we created an object for the actions clause, Selenium actions clause. There is a method move to element. It needs the element you want to move. It needs a web element as an input argument. Which web element you want to move? Done. Then the mandatory thing, the actions clause provided a method called build. It actually compile the action. Build compile the specified keyboard and mouse action. Perform will execute the action. After specifying any keyboard or mouse operation using Selenium actions clause, we must use build and perform. Then only this action will be performed. I'll run this code. So your code invoke the Snapdeal application. It should, yes, you do observe the mouse pointer went here, electronics. Then, say for example, I want to perform some right-click action on an element where top selling TVs, whatever it may be. Otherwise, the electronics, headphones. I want to perform a right-click on this element, headphones. How? It's a link, right? I show here. There is a method context click. Context click. If you want to just perform a right-click operation where the mouse focus available, use it. First one. If you want to perform a right-click action on an appropriate element, context click on the element. On which element you want to perform the right-click action. I want to perform the right-click action on headphones. One second. Headphones. Okay. Headphones. I already told you, after specifying any keyboard or mouse action, we must use build and perform. Then only that action will be performed. Now, I'll close all the browsers, whatever in my desktop, and I'll run this code. Electronics, and you please observe what happened. Why it went to comparison gaming? Let's run the code again. It should right click, electronics, right click on headphones. No. First of all, why it is moving here, then doing right click. Okay. Let me check with the Chrome browser. Run the code on the Chrome browser. Hmm? Well, maybe I'm using the old version of the Chrome driver. It works, no doubt about it. You'll give it a try. You'll try this, it works on your system. I'm putting this code also here. Okay. You try these programs on your missions. Definitely these two will work. And here I have explained only how to move the mouse over the element and also how to perform the right click action. One moment. And for today I stop here, and tomorrow I'll teach you another topic within the same, how to perform the drag and drop operation. Tomorrow I'll discuss drag and drop operation. You please try these scripts on your systems. Okay, it works. Don't worry about it. I hope you understood this part, this one. You try this. There is a actions class. Actions class provided some methods to perform the keyboard and mouse operation. Raj, what is your question? Okay, I took the one moment. These headphones, what kind of element it is? Let me check. It's not a link. It's not a link. I use link text element. Link text locator. Oh, that's correct. It is not a link. I thought it is a link. Headphones, I thought it is a link, but it is not a link. It is a span element. If I'll do one thing. I'll copy the XPath of the element. If you go with XPath, it works. Friends. You can try with the XPath. It works. Snapdeal. a lengthy one. I'll cut down the partial X path, electronic site. Yes, it works out. I'll do one thing. I'll copy this. No doubt 100% it will work out. You'll go with the, instead of link text, better we go with the partial X path. I thought it is a link. It's not a link. Here, instead of link text, by the X path, the partial X path. Done. Let's run this code. It's what? Without inspecting the element, by guessing if you give the property, sometimes it may go wrong. Better it is a simple element. I recommend you. What happened? Chrome driver. Okay. Now Chrome driver, I have the latest version in my machine, but I have the, I'll go with the Firefox. If I configure system.set property, for the Chrome driver also it works. You try this. If not, tomorrow I'll explain. Okay. Thank you. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you.